Hi everyone, and welcome to another Chat with Deb. I just returned from Atlanta, Georgia and ISTE 2014, and I have some great things to share with you, so I'm going to be sharing my takeaways in this two-part series. The first thing I want to share with you is some back channel options. As I was attending different sessions, I noticed that there are many options for using a back channel with either your students or in a presentation, and our go-to is usually Today's Meet. That's probably the most popular back channel chat that there is, but there were some great alternatives, so I'm going to share them with you. So first of all, there's Today's Meet. As I said, this is the most popular one that we have, and we saw most presenters were using this tool. So very easy to use. You name your room, so I might name it ISTE 2015 since that would be next year's ISTE. I can choose how long I want my room to be opened, and then literally you hit create your room. It then creates the room, and your attendees simply need the link, which is in this case todaysmeet.com/ISTE2015. They enter their name, and you just start to see all of the different people join your room and leave their thoughts and comments. You can even link. All the links are live hyperlinks if you put a link in. So it's very easy to use, very simple. Another option is Twitter. So if you have a hashtag that you're using during your session, you can have all the folks go onto Twitter and search Twitter for that particular hashtag. So in this case, I'll just put the ISTE hashtag in, and it'll bring up all the tweets with that hashtag. The only downfall here is in order for people to participate in the back channel chat, they would need to have a Twitter account. Another option I saw used quite often at ISTE this year was Padlet as a back channel chat. This is a Chrome app. If you don't already have it installed on your Chrome browser, you can get it for free. Here's an example that we have from one of the sessions that I attended. So the question was to think about your best PL that you ever attended and why did you consider it as such, and then each of the attendees could go to the Padlet link and enter their thoughts. You can even include links and pictures in this back channel chat. The people participating in the back channel chat do not have to have Padlet, they just simply need the link, so they don't need to necessarily have an account. This is as easy to use as Today's Meet. Poll Everywhere I saw used quite a bit in ISTE this year. They used it to poll the massive amount of attendees that were at ISTE and show them in the large arena area. But also I saw a few presenters using it as well. Very easy to use. So Poll Everywhere has polls that you make, and when you open up those polls, people can then go to either their mobile phone and text in their answers from their phone, or they can use any mobile device and send their answers that way. And then as you can see here, the answers just start coming in. I like that it offers where you can have multiple choice, or you can just have open-ended. So that's really nice, and it's very easy to create your back channel chat by simply creating the poll right here. You simply type in your question, and you can see here where I can choose from open-ended, multiple choice, or clickable image, and I can choose how they respond. So it can be a text wall, a word cloud, a cluster, or a ticker. So these are great choices and a great option for a back channel chat. And a new back channel chat that I heard about this year at ISTE that I had never heard of before is called 81 Dash. 81 Dash is like a platform for teachers and educators to communicate with their students, but it could also be used as a presenter. So I looked into this just a little bit, and what I found with 81 Dash was that in order to use this, each person has to either have an 81 Dash account, or they can enter as a guest, but they still need to make a username and a password even if they enter as a guest. So here I am in 81 Dash, and you can see that to start out I'm going to give my room a name. So again, I might call it ISTE 2015 for next year. I can tell how long this room is going to be open for. I have a few other settings that I can set, and then I just create my room. Once I'm in my room, I just wait until others join my room, and right over here in this area is where I would see all of the chat happening. You can type a message. You can actually send files with this as well. So it'd make it easy for a teacher to share files with their students within the room. But as I mentioned, you do need to have your students enter with either an account or as a guest. And right over here I've got some other options as well. So 81 Dash is a tool that I would possibly look into to use for back channel chat. In the next part of our takeaways from ISTE 2014, I want to talk about several sessions I attended on flipping professional development. Since I will be taking a new job next year as a technology integration specialist, this was a very interesting concept to me to be able to flip PD, and I know that my current principal is very interested in this as well. So I found some interesting tools for using with teachers and flipping PD. One of the best ones I found was shared to me by my friend Tim, and it's lmgtfy.com. This stands for Let Me Google That For You.com. Let me show you how this works. And by the way, this is just a hyperlink. So if you click here, you'll be able to go to the site. You click in your search. So I'm going to do a search for ISTE 2015. Then I just go down and I click Google search. It is now creating a link. I'm going to shorten that link and copy it. Now I'm going to go and open a new tab. So here we are, I've pasted the link, and what it does is it plays back my search for me. So here I am, I'm hands-free, the computer has copied what I did, and then it brings up an actual search. So here's a search for ISTE 2015. Let's show that again, but let's do the I'm feeling lucky. So again, I'm going to put ISTE 2015. This time I'm going to click I'm feeling lucky. It creates a link, I shorten the link, I then copy the shortened link. I'm going to open a new tab, put in that link, and the computer will automatically play back for us my search. And let's see what I'm feeling lucky comes up with. And here it is, the site for ISTE 2014, this year's. They probably don't have the 2015 site quite yet up. So that's kind of a fun little tool to show your teachers what a Google search can show up that's automatically recorded in a shortened link. Here's another great site that one of the presenters used in her presentation, and I really thought this was great. So it's called context.com. When you go there, you'll see that Context enables you to share out contact information and more through an SMS. But the great thing that this presenter did was simply share a link to her resources. So here's what it looked like. This is Kate Matthews, and her session was called Game On to Gamify Your Professional Learning. If I go down here to the second slide of her presentation, you will see how she's had us use our mobile phones. We were able to simply send a text message to this number, type in these letters, and what it did was automatically took us to the links to her presentation. So it was really very effective and a great way to share out during a presentation your information or your link. And another thing I learned from Kate Matthews is to use blend space instead of making like a Google presentation to present to teachers, and it gamifies or makes it more interactive with your attendees. So again, the site Blend Space, which I have linked here in my presentation, was formerly called Ed Canvas, and Blend Space is like a big canvas that you can click and drag and add any kind of content that you'd like to your canvas. It's very easy to use, and you can watch this video to see how to use Blend Space. Let me show you how Kate Matthews used it. So here's Kate's Blend Space, and you can see here's her canvas numbered 1, 2, 3, 4, and all we did was push the play button right up here in the top corner, and that actually starts your canvas playing one slide at a time, from slide 1 to slide 2 to slide 3, and so on and so forth. So the first thing we had to do was type our name and click submit in a Google form that she put in here, so we all did that. The second thing we did was answer a question in a form, and then we were able to go and click to open in a new tab onto a Padlet to all share our answers on this sticky note wall, so that was kind of cool. And then we had the session evaluation to fill out for ISTE right here in the Padlet. So just using that Padlet to interact with the audience was a really unique way to deliver some PD. One of the hottest topics out at ISTE this year was gamification, and I attended several sessions on this. It is of interest to me. The idea of taking gaming aspects, for example, trying to get to a next level, earning certain powers, and being able to be awarded things for your progress, all interests me, and I know that this would tie in well to students as a motivator. So I attended several sessions, and I have several resources to share out with you. One of them I have to look into more. Is called Classcraft, and the person who shared this site explained it this way. Classcraft allows you to gamify your classroom by using their website and your personal own content, and allow your students to start using this platform as a way to earn badges and move up levels, and it provides the teacher with resources, so instead of having to make everything, everything will be on this site for you. So you can see here they have different character classes that you can put your students into groups with, and there's teams and strategies. You'll have random events that can be pulled out on certain days that just make it more interesting to play the game in the classroom, and so on and so forth. As I said, I need to look into this site more, but it does look pretty interesting. It looks like it might be a great way to be able to structure and use the tools and resources from this site to help make your classroom more gamified. So another resource that was shared with me is called Flip Quiz, and this looks quite promising as well. Flip Quiz allows you to create like a Jeopardy type game very easily and project it and play it with your students. So here's the demo loading. We have these different categories across the top, and when you click, for example, Star Wars for 100, it asks a question, and then you have the students answer, and of course you can reveal the answer right here. And of course these are customizable, so you as a teacher can make up the different categories and the different questions and answers very easily. Class badges I've talked about quite a bit through webinars and through blogging. So here's how it works. You first have to sign up for an account. Once you're in Class Badges, you're able to create badges for your students and award them easily. So these are different badges that I've created for my students. And if I go over here to Award Badge, this one happens to be a Neatness badge. I can go in. I have my students already in groups, so you can see I have 2 groups here. I'll click on my Intel group, and you can see that I have different names for students, and I can easily select those students and award them their badge. The kids can see what badges they've been awarded. They can print them off, and they can save them, or even put them into Mozilla Open Badges if they want to. So check out Class Badges for gamifying your classroom. And the last one that I have on here, it's kind of hidden behind me here, it's called Kahoot, and we've talked about Kahoot quite a bit, and I've done a full chat with Deb on Kahoot. So I won't spend a lot of time on this because you can refer back to my previous chat with Deb about Kahoot. But it is a great game-based classroom response system that works with any device in which you as a teacher create the questions, and the students are very engaged, and your students will absolutely love playing any Kahoot to show their knowledge and what they've learned. So check out this site. It's at getkahoot.com.